The Prime Minister has asked the head of his department to investigate whether Bridget McKenzie's handling of a contentious sports grant program breached ministerial standards. It follows a damning audit report which found the minister used the $100 million program to funnel money into marginal seats in the lead up to last year's election. Here's political reporter Jane Norman.
The Nationals sharpshooter has suddenly found herself in the crosshairs. Already under pressure over her handling of the $100 million sports grant program, it's now been revealed Bridget McKenzie failed to disclose that she was a member of one of the clubs that received Commonwealth funds.
There's a lot of accusations swirling around.
In February last year, the minister announced the Wangaratta Clay Target Club in a key marginal seat had been approved for a $36,000 grant. A month earlier, she'd paid a visit to the club, where she apparently signed up as a full fee-paying member. Not many gun clubs can claim federal ministers amongst their membership, the club boasted. But that membership was never declared on the minister's official register. A spokesperson said it was a gift and valued at less than $300, making a declaration unnecessary.
There needs to be an understanding of all the circumstances before everyone becomes judge, jury and executioner.
For Labor, the jury's already in.
If she won't resign, then Scott Morrison just needs to act.
He has, referring the whole affair to the head of his own department to determine whether ministerial standards have been breached. Bridget McKenzie has been badly damaged by this scandal, but unless there's a dramatic development, she's expected to keep her job. Not only is she the Nationals' deputy leader, but so many of her colleagues from the Prime Minister down represent electorates that benefited from this program. After a week of negative headlines, the government's shifting strategy, focusing on the Labor seats that also got grants.
The effect of Senator McKenzie's decisions had been to increase the number of grants in ALP seats from 26 to 34%.
Parliament's back in a fortnight. Bridget McKenzie won't be the only target in Labor's sights. Jane Norman, ABC News, Canberra.
And for more, we are joined by Jane Norman in Parliament House. Jane, will this be viewed as a capitulation by the government?
Yeah, well, the government is certainly giving itself some cover here, Lara. The Prime Minister's asked the head of his department, Phil Gaetjens, to investigate whether Senator McKenzie has breached any ministerial standards in her handling of what has become a really contentious program. Now, because the Prime Minister is a Liberal, he doesn't really have much control over the Nationals. And as I mentioned in that story, Bridget McKenzie is the Deputy Nationals leader, so he can't really sack her from the ministry, not saying that it's getting to that point yet. So what he's done in asking the head of the Prime Minister and Cabinet to investigate is he's given himself some cover. So if the head of the department comes back and says, yes, Bridget McKenzie has breached ministerial standards, well then she'll really have no choice but to resign. So that is kind of the process that the Prime Minister has now set in train. The question is, though, whether she has breached standards. I've spoken to several coalition MPs today, some at very high levels of government. They all think that she can ride out this scandal. They say that clearly the administration of this program has been clumsy. That's maybe a positive look, but they don't think what she has done is a sackable offence. So we will now await the outcome of that investigation by the head of the Prime Minister and Cabinet to see whether indeed Bridget McKenzie has breached any standards.
Jane Norman there reporting from Canberra. Thanks so much.